Good morning. Y'all check out this cup. It's my friend Tarot Tattoos. She designed that. She does really good work. Anyway, now that the guys are all gone, no, that's not true. I want the guys to stay. I have a love letter to veterans I want to share. It's a poem. It's called To the Veterans, a Love Letter. What a shit deal you were handed. Promises to be taken care of with health care, retirement, a country that holds you in high esteem. When in reality, the health care is questionable at best. Retirement benefits are on shaky ground. And your country blaming you for the atrocities they required you to commit. It was survival for many of you, and you did the best you could with the cards you were dealt. And today, I cannot imagine what you are feeling. Actually, that's a lie. I know and can relate to what you possibly feel. A deep love for Americans and a hatred, deep ancestral hatred for our federal government. A hatred that is ancestral for all of those before us who were duped into believing the government had our best interests at heart. That our taxes would go to fund roads, education, libraries, military members, and social services for children, elderly, and people with disabilities. I went out with this guy a couple years ago who was a retired military member, and he had served in Africa, I think in Sudan. And we were walking back from dinner, and he mentioned that he had PTSD, and I was like, say more, like, what does that look like for you? And he described this situation where they had to take all the dead bodies that they had murdered and put them in a hole that they dug and burn them. And his job was to stand watch. You don't do stuff like that and come back the same person. It's impossible. You're forever changed. And I'm sure that's true for millions of veterans for millions of years, generations at least. I think the biggest disappointment is the lack of support for mental health, especially for post-traumatic stress disorder, which runs rampant in military communities. Let me ask you a question. How would it feel to right those wrongs, bring justice to the injustices you've experienced firsthand, as well as those you've watched your beloved brothers and sisters go through? You swore an oath of enlistment to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We're at a turning point right now, loves. There are both foreign and domestic terrorists in our country right now, and it's our president. It's all the president's men, and they're led by people outside of America, and they're doing really terrible things: pedophilia, cannibalism, and they're everywhere. And I don't say this for you to get scared. I don't say this for you to lose hope. I say this because it's true. And it's time. Veterans, you were trained. You were trained, you know what to do in this situation. And we need you. I'm working on a group here, just figuring out what survival skills people have, like, can you cook? Can you provide medical care? Do you have housing? Can you feed people? Yeah. We're going to take care of y'all. Unlike our federal government, unlike all those false promises. Let's do this. I got chills. Love y'all. Mean it.